So how'd you do? Do you know what it is you want to talk about? Do you know what your passion is that you want to share with the world? Great. Then let's start talking about creating content for your brand, sharing your passion. This is fun. This is when we get to start sharing something that's special to you with your fans. And the best way to do this right now is through long form content. And video works best. There is the most flexibility in how you can share your passion in tons of different places that you can actually distribute that content. You know, this video is here on YouTube. It's also in audio form over as a podcast, spliced down on my social channels, and then transcribed as a blog on my website. But if you're not comfortable being on camera, a podcast is a great alternative. And if you're not comfortable with that either, a blog, newsletter type format can also be effective too. Now, when people hear long form content, it can sound scary. Long form doesn't mean long in terms of time. If you want to create a YouTube show that's 3-hour episodes like Joe Rogan, that's great. More power to you. But if you want to have a podcast with 8-minute episodes, that could work too. You know, when I use the term long form content, I'm simply referring to content that has depth and substance that evokes an emotional connection from the person watching it, listening to it, or reading it. For you, the medium you choose should be based on where you feel most comfortable or where you feel most natural, or at least where you're willing to try to feel comfortable and natural. You know, contrary to popular advice, I'm not in the just get started camp when it comes to putting out long form content related to your brand. Yes, I do want you to get it started right now, but before you hit publish on your first piece of content, I want you to have a plan. I want you to have 12 episodes, blog posts, or videos planned out. Consistency is key to building a brand. You know, the average podcast in Apple Podcast Library only has 8 episodes. And that's not because these people didn't have enough ideas to talk about, to produce more episodes. No, it's because they didn't have a plan. And without a plan, it's very easy to get discouraged when the early results like likes or views aren't what you're expecting. Think back to that intro video. Building a brand is simple. It's not easy. It's going to take work and patience, especially if you're starting from zero, but it's simple. So how do you create a content plan to build your brand? Here it is in 5 simple steps. 1, choose your medium, video, audio, or text. 2, pick your style. 3, plan your first 12 pieces of content. 4, choose when and where you'll distribute that content. And 5, put 4 pieces of content in the bank before you even hit publish on your first. So let's dive into that plan in just a little bit more detail. Step 1, choosing your medium. Choose the medium you're most comfortable with. Like I said, video works best because of how versatile it is. You could post a show on YouTube, strip the audio for a podcast, cut it up for Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and then put the transcribed version in a blog or a newsletter. You know, I'm not going to go into the specifics of creating a YouTube show or launching a podcast or starting a blog. There are a ton of fantastic resources out there that do a comprehensive job of covering each of these, and I've linked them below this video, but you just got to choose whatever medium you're most comfortable with and roll with that. Step 2, pick your style. And by style, I mean, what type of show or personality do you want to create for your audience to connect with? You know, there's really 2 main style types, either content designed to entertain or content designed to educate. You could definitely blend, you know, these 2 together and make something that's entertainment focused, a little bit educational, or vice versa. But you got to pick one and use that as your guiding compass for your content. You know, this YouTube series of YouTube videos is designed to educate, but hopefully you're slightly entertained too. You know, to use the chef who cooks good Italian food as an example, like let's say, going back to that first video, let's say they want to create a YouTube show that's inspiring Italian Americans to get in touch with their cultural roots through authentic Italian cuisine. You know, they could take that YouTube show in one of 2 completely different directions. They could either do a weekly show where they teach their fans how to cook an authentic Italian dish. You know, that would be classified as content designed to educate, or they could do a weekly show where every week they have a different Italian American guest to share a funny story about growing up in an Italian family. Content designed to entertain. Either style works great, you choose. Number 3 is to plan out those first 12 pieces of content. And at a very minimum, that means having a topical idea and a rough outline for each piece of content. Why 12? Well, like I said, the average podcast only has 8 episodes. So if you plan to launch with 12, you've already done more than 50% of the people out there. But there's actual practical reasons for this too. First, this ensures that you actually have enough topical ideas to share with your fans of your brand. You can't come up with 12 topics or people to interview right off the bat, depending on, you know, the style of your show. Then you might have to go back to the drawing board and figure out what it is you want to be, your brand to be known for, something that you definitely could talk about and share tons about. Secondly, this gives you 3 months worth of ideas if you go with a weekly content schedule to roll with, it buys you some runway on your content creation. So if this is your first time doing long form content, it can definitely be a little overwhelming at first, but having 3 months planned out will help you push through that entire learning curve. You don't always have to be planned 12 pieces of content ahead once you get into the groove, but it's definitely helpful for getting started. And third, and most importantly, I can't stress this one enough, it gives you that long-term vision for your content strategy without having to stress over superficial metrics like your likes or your views, your downloads or whatever. Like I said, the reason people stop producing content is because they get discouraged by the results. Don't worry about the results during those first 12 episodes. This is just laying that foundation for long-term brand success. Evergreen content people can and will come back to consume as your brand grows over time. So step 4, choosing where to distribute your content. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Podcasts will go on the podcast apps, blogs will go probably on your website, and videos on YouTube. But you could also start to think about how you can cut or repackage those different pieces of content you're creating. For example, videos can be cut down for Instagram, TikTok. Audio could be stripped out, turned into a podcast, or they could be transcribed for a blog post. So start thinking about how and where you want to distribute your content. Don't get overwhelmed or too consumed with this from the beginning. If you're new to video editing, producing a 10-minute video can seem like a daunting task by itself, let alone then thinking about, oh my gosh, how am I going to have to slice this up or cut this down into 10 little versions to share on Instagram or TikTok? So during your first 8 to 12 episodes, while you build your content production muscles, just be focused on that one singular platform, your main platform. But once you have that down to the science, then we can start thinking about expanding that reach on other platforms. So step 5 is have those 4 episodes in the bank before you hit publish. And like I said, it's nice to work ahead early on because that early content is probably going to take you 2 to 3 times longer to produce than it will once you actually get comfortable with your process. So that's it. That is the 5 simple steps and some helpful tips for sharing your brand's passion. That's the exact model I've used to launch my own brands, and I'm using to launch my clients' brands as well. So you ready to get started on yours? Like I mentioned, those helpful resources on producing YouTube shows, podcasts, blogs are all linked below. And once you get your content humming and your raving fans really tuning in for your brand, then it's time to start bringing them into your digital community. This is where growing your brand really gets started. And where 95% of the restaurateurs who are putting out epic content don't even consider taking their brand. This is a really unique opportunity for you to create that brand that'll be an icon for the next decade and beyond. So jump on over to that next video and we'll talk more about building that digital community in your private fan club.